Hey everybody, welcome to Kitchen Talk with Granna. I'm so glad you guys can spend a little time with me today. I'm not going to keep you guys very long today. It's going to be short and sweet. But before we get started, let me go ahead and put this out there for you guys right now. Go ahead, look down, 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 look down. Look down at your screen, look down at your screen. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button down there. Go ahead and subscribe over there. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's just go ahead and just get that out the way. So we'll be done with that. Okay, so we're done. We've done the thumbs up and we've done the subscribe. Okay, so I just want to talk to you guys a little bit today about some things that I have on my mind. And this is just Granna's opinion. Okay, this is not, I'm open for discussion. I'm always open for discussion, but I'm not open for a debate because I'm not a debater. So I'm not open to get into a debate with someone, but we can definitely have a discussion about anything that I talk about. Okay, so today I was just sitting here thinking about some of the companies and some of the some of the ways that they do things. Okay, and one of the things that I'm thinking about, that I have been thinking about, is when you're already in a company, you already work there, you're an employee, you're an associate, and you're working for this company, and they have in-house positions that comes available. And most of these in-house positions are going to be some type of promotion, because anytime you're applying for any type of position, you don't want it to be the same position. You want it to be a promotion. You want to move up the ladder, not down the ladder. So anytime, a position comes available within your company, you're always looking at the sites and trying to see what's coming available, right? Yeah. Okay, so when they're putting together these requisitions and getting these different positions available, there are requirements that they're looking for, and everybody understand that. Everybody understand that there are certain requirements that you have to have in place just to even be considered, just to even get in the requisition. You got to have certain things in place, okay? But my thing is, you go through this process, you research, and you're constantly looking at the job posting and the job openings, and you see a position come available that you're interested in, or you might even have a member of management that actually bring to your attention about a position that's available, and you wasn't even aware of it, but they bring it to your attention, and they're telling you, oh, this position is available. You'll be great for this position. You really meet all the requirement, and your work ethic. I really apply. I want you to apply for this position. So you go through this process. You get into the requisition. And hold up, let me back up for just a second. Most of these corporate jobs, these companies, you got to have just the education part of it to be in place, and you got to have that to even be considered, to get in the door, to get your foot in the door. You got to have a bachelor degree, you got to have a master degree, you got to have a doctor degree. I mean, you got to have all these degrees. You got to be from school 2 to 8 years to get these degrees just to get in there. Okay, so that's just one thing right there. That's a big requirement within itself, and you got to go through all these steps to get that done. And financially, you got to have the money to get that done. So once you're in there and you get into this requisition, and management has came to you about this position, and they're requiring you, and they're pushing you to apply for this position, and then you get excited. You're all excited because someone is telling you that you're the right person for this position. So you apply, you get into the requisition. The hiring team has to go through this process. They have to go through all the applicants that's in this requisition. They have to weed out the ones that they think not quite ready or don't have all the requirements that they're looking for this position. So they kind of weed them out, and they get the ones in place that they're going to start the interview process. Okay, so they start the interview process, and the thing about it, this is something. The thing about it, when they start the interview process, they call you and they say, hey, your name was in this requisition. We're interested in setting up an interview with you. What's a good time that we can get together? And they set everything up. They're real personal. They so happy. They calling you. So they set up this interview and they just so excited to set this interview up with you, right? So, you get the interview set up and you're starting to mentally prepare yourself for your interview. You're making your little notes. You're going back over maybe some projects you've done in the past. You're going back over everything you've done to get to where you're at right now, and preparing yourself for this interview, because you want to give this interviewer 110% of yourself. You want to just knock it out the park. You want to get all the questions right. You want to explain yourself. You want to be clear. You're trying to get everything in line for this interview. So you're really preparing yourself. All the applicants, you're preparing yourself. Okay. So you go through the interview process. You do your time. You put in your 30, 45 minutes. You're talking to the team, the management team. You're feeling really good about it. During the interview process, you're getting really good feedback, and they're excited. They're liking your response to them, and everything is looking good. So you're okay. You're feeling really good about it. So after the interview process, you have a few days. You usually got anywhere from 2 to 5 days for them to make their final decision. Okay, they got to make their final decision. So once they make their final decision, this will get me. They're going to send out a generic email saying, oh, thank you for applying for the position. At this time, we're so sorry. We're not going to go any further. We're not going to move forward with you at this time. But please continue to apply for any future opportunities that comes available. Okay? And you're looking at this email like, what the hell? What happened? You're trying to figure out what happened. Okay? And that's what really gets me. They're all excited to call you to set up this interview, and then once they make their final decision, they send out these generic emails to let you down. It's not personal at all. They just send out this generic email. And I understand most company has these emails that set up that it goes out automatically once they decline that person, or once they deny that that's the person that they're looking for. The emails are automatically going to go out. So I understand that. But still, on the other hand, they should have a management team in place that can get with that person. And it doesn't have to be the high top manager. It can be a supervisor that deals with that person on a daily basis, or interact with that person on a daily basis, that can get with that person and give them some positive feedback on things they need to work on, areas for improvement, any type of positive feedback. They should have a person in place that do that. And a lot of these companies don't have that. A lot of these companies just send out these emails and that's the end of it. And when these associates getting these emails, that's gonna ruin their whole day. They gonna be like, you know what? I ain't doing nothing else today. I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm gonna do the bare minimum to get through this day and get this day over with and just move on. That's it. That's all they're getting from me. And it's gonna lower their productivity. It's gonna have them out there wondering, what did they not do right? Or what could they have done? When they can simply, call that person the same way they call them and set up the interview. They can put a time frame in between actually telling the person that got the position. They can start making those calls to the people that did not get that position and let them know, a few things. They don't have to go over the whole interview process with them, but they can just point out a few things that they need to work on and they need to improve on. so that next time around when they are getting ready to go through that interview process again, they'll know what to work on. They'll know what they need to do, because these done generic emails, that's just crazy. And then, some people don't look at their emails on a regular basis. They're going through their day. They have things they got to do. They're trying to do this, trying to do that. So they're not looking at them emails all, sitting at the desk all day just checking emails. So, I just feel like management need to look at that. Managements need to look at that. So if you're watching this video and you're a manager, maybe that's something you can take back to your team and y'all can work on. Or if you're just a regular associate, then maybe you can take this back to your supervisor and suggest it to them, and and they can look at it. And anything, you're supposed to be there to lift someone up. You're supposed to be there to train and improve and get that person to the next level. That's the bottom line. And then you know what? Come to think of it, it really doesn't matter what management think or what man think, because if it's not in God's plan for you to have that position, it's not going to happen anyway. And I know you guys sitting up there like, what? Out of all this you just said, now you want to throw that on me? I mean, but that's true. That's the bottom line. It's easier for me to say that because I'm not in that position right now. I'm not applying for any jobs. I'm not out there going through the interview process. But if it's not in God's plan for you to get that position, it's not going to happen anyway. It's just not going to happen. So you got to stay prayed up. You got to stay patient, and you got to continue to put in the work. And when it's in your plan, when it's in there for you to have a position, God's gonna put it. He's gonna put it right there in your hands, and nobody's gonna be able to take it away from you. He's gonna just lay it all out for you, and nobody's gonna be able to change that, regardless of how the interview go. If it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You just gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. You gotta just pray on it. Pray on it daily, honey. You just got to continually to pray on anything that you want. Anything that you want. Not only just a position in your workplace, but anything that you want. But I do wish that everything that you work hard for out there, every goal that you're setting for yourself, that you succeed in those goals, you reach those goals, and you can get in a position to better take care of yourself and your family, financially, mentally, spiritually, every way that's possible that can happen for you. So thank you guys so much for coming in the kitchen with Granna. I really appreciate it. Like I say, go ahead. If you have anything you want to say, go ahead and drop me a comment. I will respond. I appreciate it. You guys be careful out there today. The weather's a little chilly, so if you're going out, make sure you bundle up. It's gonna rain, and I'm talking about here in Huntsville, Alabama. It's gonna rain today, so make sure you have your rain coat, and you have your umbrella and all that stuff. So just make sure you stay warm today, when you're out and about. And when you're out and about, make sure you're giving a smile to everybody you come in contact with, okay? Make sure you give them a smile, because it could change their whole day, okay? So, all right, you guys have a great day. I will see you later. Bye.